through the division of the left. It is high time that the left must unite in South Africa, in Africa, in the diaspora. Because this animal we are facing is called capitalism. It's too huge for us to defeat it as a divided left forces. So if you say you are left and you are sitting at home comfortably on a couch watching this action on the picket lines, you must start doubting yourself, because the left forces cannot see at home on a comfortable couch when ESCOM is being dismantled, is being privatized, especially its critical component of generation. Because ESCOM is nothing except generation. Once you take away generation of electricity from ESCOM, it becomes a shell. Its role will be only to distribute, meaning ESCOM will become a middleman between a person who generates electricity and ourselves, who are the consumers of electricity. We cannot afford to have ESCOM as a middleman. And this one in this house of ours is the one who's privatizing ESCOM, is the one who's selling Transnet, is the one who sold SAA in a dodgy dealing, is the one that is destroying state-owned enterprises that were inherited from apartheid. Let's take Transnet for instance. If Transnet used to transport so many tons, let's say 100,000 tons to Richards Bay during apartheid, today Transnet transports 40,000 tons, way less than what they used to transport during apartheid. That tells you that the current government found an institution that was working and they destroyed it. Prasa today, all the stations where our people used to catch the train, today they are all destroyed and there are no longer trains going to fetch our people. Yet they took it from apartheid as a functional institution. So this one used that opportunity, a capitalist of note, then saw a loophole to sell our product to his own friends and family. Because this guy, his real surname is not Ramaphosa, it's Minel. Because this guy, one day, when we have time, we'll tell the history of this guy. He was identified by a British woman during the scouts in Soweto as a young man. And then after identifying him, they adopted him as a child for this British family. When apartheid was refusing this white woman to visit him in Soweto, the white woman will sneak in to see him because his father was a policeman. When it became more and more difficult, the British family handed him over to the Minel family. And that's where he got this accent. This accent is not fake, like that one of Tulima Donsela. This one is real. Because this one stayed with whites, ate with whites. They taught him fork and knife at an early age. So that's why if he speaks to you as a black person, you must look at his facial expression. And when a white man comes through and he speaks to a white man, his facial expression changes immediately because he's in a happy place with the family of white people. So here, the ANC was hijacked by a project of the Minel family, the Oppenheimer family, the Rupert family, and all those families that were meeting Mandela when Mandela was still staying in the Minel's house where Cyril was adopted. Mandela, when he came out of prison, this one sneaked himself into the reception committee. When you look at the video, you will see Cyril pushing people for Mandela and Winnie to pass. When they moved from Soweto, from Cape Town, they went to stay, Mandela went to stay in a Minel's family, not in the same yard, in the same house, same breakfast. Mandela used to be seen on the corridors by Minel's children in pajamas because this one hijacked Mandela, the Oppenheimers. You are touching the Minel. You are touching the Ruperts. That's why the soldiers came out of the bush to come and show you machine gun. For what? For what? Why will the soldiers leave the bush to come and guard the peaceful protesters? Because we are now challenging the owners of South Africa when we challenge this guy. That's why, how does the DA take us to court and want to interdict this march when we are not marching against them? They are taking us to court because the DA was formed by the Oppenheimers. The Oppenheimers told Martinus van Schalkwyk and Tony Leon that you come to, not Tony Leon, the DP and National Party, come together and become one thing. Like they now want to do with Freedom Front and Herman Mashaba. Or Freedom Front, can you imagine? Freedom Front and that one of the PEM coming together. That's what the funders do. Why is Helen Zille taking us to court when we're not marching against the TA? We're marching against the ANC deployee. The official opposition must be the happiest that these people are marching against our own opposition. No, they go to court to defend their own, who is a puppet of their funder, the Oppenheimers. So, comrades, you are engaged in a complex war that is not very easy to understand. That's why the soldiers are out. That's why the kids are being shot at. The kids who are not doing anything, singing songs, they are not carrying weapons, not even nopkiris. They have nothing except their bodies and their voices. They get shot at by the police, by the soldiers. You know why they were shooting those kids? They were not shooting the kids. They were trying to intimidate me and you, that if you dare come tomorrow, this is a Mickey Mouse will show you who we are. Na re tshoshe maru a o ta bosele. A re tshoshe ke mara wa tshwene re nyaka go bona monga ona. A taxi fita mo motho ke mara ga le pastor wa tshaba. Gore ntwe ke mara a eme taxi re bona monga mara. Ke mo re tlile mo re batla bona monga mara. Or marao ba reng ke mashol le marao ba reng ke maphodisa a tswile ka lefatshe monga bona ke mang? Who's the owner of these people? There is no one, not even me, not even anyone after me who can stop us from protesting. That is our right in the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa. Fighters, You must never be scared of authority. Always hold authority accountable. Because if authority is not held accountable, it will abuse its power. Authority that is not accounting, it means too much power, and too much power corrupts. The president, had he known that he will be held accountable, he was not going to allow cash in his house. Because he will know that if they catch me with this cash, what am I going to say? But because he knows he's a law unto himself, he allowed a lot of money in his house, and till today, he has never been arrested. Comrades, the president is not a king. A president is an elected public representative like me. He must be held accountable. You are not doing anything wrong here today. You came to your house. This is your house. This house is paid with our tax money. We are the taxpayers. So you must never feel bad that you are here to demand this guy to leave, because Ramufida Gamu. It's our money. So, when we come here, leave our house, because you have abandoned it. Yes, left this house. It's a part-time president. Let's not allow that. If we allow this with this one, it's going to happen with someone else. Comrades, load shedding, unemployment, poverty, the crime, GBV in this country is out of hand, is out of control. Now, why do you want to sit comfortably as if things are normal? When things are not normal in South Africa, how will the world know that South Africa is going down under Ramaphosa if we don't do anything? So today, you did something historic. Every time he travels the world, they are going to ask him, why were your people marching against you? Because he is a sellout who turned against his own people. So we are here to reclaim our government. We are here to say to Ramaphosa, he must leave, and he must leave now. He is no longer our president. Aye pala pala, aye na comfortably go pala pala, and do not disturb anyone. Comrade, police must whatever fika mone. Reberekile botsi, lady commander jela ke tsebe maina tsona mbuisene na sa ya phile maina banna ba le ba babedi bana. Reberekile pila le bona. Ar fika mo. Re kira mosadi o mongwe o phapha wa le police o phapha. Wenye unokira itsala phila mosadi ola asanga bona Ramaphosa lo phapha ne o phapha she has never seen Ramaphosa real life. Umonat wa fufo ka re mathetsa bo papa mo kur o personal re kwena says calm down. Aska enu kam. Aska enu. O papa so anali generator. Ata mambo. O beta ki load shedding. Afeja o papa mo ya meta load shedding. Watori ya meta mudiang. Ya ba ya beta li fridge ya fisha fridge. Ya monchar wa papa. Kwela pap. Rata mamo le banda ba ma police di commander. Re bereka ga botse ba this way that way. Ibile ke eta ke ba ralukisha mo tseleng. E ba ya left ke ya right ke tala le bona mo la re tala game. They don't have a problem. It's a protest. I know starting point and finishing point. Understand that until we arrive here. Those are the type of policemen we want. Uri, guys, re botseng hore le nyaka eng, so that re are in jembutsi re ska ba le problem. Not police who see black people just become angry by seeing black people. When you are black, we need police who are going to say, guys, this is Commander so-and-so, I'm Assistant Commander so-and-so, we are with you. Anything you want, please talk to us. That's what service means. And that's what this police have done. Harifitamo, Baba Popugar Libona Batsiva. Patakalwecha Bonachi. Baba Tamela Tape. Ugarbanogor Harame. Commander Kwelamu Papuela Morao. Go back. But to get a mile Libona Church Square until here, I never had problems with them. So while Linyaga will cause a problem at the house of a state president, when we have not had problem anywhere, at a place where we're supposed to be respectful, all of us, including police, why do you want to cause a problem? We need policemen who do away with apartheid tactics and inculcate in their bodies a culture of service. What can I do for you? Oskalwana mama, Oskalwana papa, what is the problem? Can I help you? Not the police that we have seen in KZN, who say no, you can go anywhere except this street. When you check the street, they say you can't go in. The Provincial Commissioner of Police has got business on that street. That's an abuse of power. So, comrades, every time we want to protest anywhere, we require nobody's permission. Rise the people of South Africa and exercise your rights. We are going to court to declare the action of the police unconstitutional and invalid. They went around taking tires of people, especially businessmen and women who are trading in second-hand tires, have lost their tires. Being in possession of a tire or selling tires is not illegal in South Africa. But let's tell you again, tire. Don't even apologize about it. Burning a tire on the road is part of the protest movement of South Africa. In other countries, when they protest in Europe, this Dr. Mbuisena was asking me yesterday, I say, they hold some colorful things. You see them holding colorful things, protesting in their countries. It's part of their protest culture. In South Africa, our protest culture includes burning of tires. And that is not a destruction of property. Arifisha tire. Kurre oboncha rukwati. Arifishi moto. Ebi arifishi tire ya moto mongwe. Refisha ya rena tire. As if tire ya musho. It's our own tire, we are burning it. What's your problem? We are not even burning people with these tires. We are burning our own tires. What is the problem with that? So, we must protect our protest culture and not be ashamed of it. That protest, amongst other things, include barricading the road, includes burning tires. That is who we are. That is how South Africans protest. It's me and Mzwanyala Mani who can tell you who are married that when you arrive home, there is a protest. They don't have to tell you. You see the certain features or when you are today, there is a problem here at home. South Africa is like that. As a president married to us, as South Africans, your wife, when you see a tire burning, you must know my wife is very angry today. Without saying a word, just a tire burning, you must know I've gone beyond. There is anger, in our country. So they want to impose a culture that is non-existent. We will not stop burning tires. We are not burning anyone. We are not burning any property. We are burning our own tires and we dance around them. What about these clever blacks? Whatever they have today that made them clever blacks is the burning of tires. This man will never have sat in this house where the clerk was sitting, where Porter was sitting, if it was not because of the burning of a tire in South Africa. We are unapologetic about our tires because that is not a destruction of property. Tires are not a public property, are a private property. What you do with it is between you and your tire. It has got nothing to do with Begitele and Ramaphosa. Comrades, when we go back home, let's go back with that discipline. Don't give the enemy any opportunity to say anything bad about us. Our day is made. We have registered a huge success in South Africa that no one has ever registered. No one. And anyone who wants to argue with us must go and argue with his own palapala. We have no time to argue with anyone. We are here now. The deputy president is at the stock exchange with the fighters. The former treasurer general is in Captain Park with the fighters. The national chairperson is in Cape Town with the fighters. The treasurer is in Nelspruit with the fighters. The DSG is in Northern Cape with the fighters. All over South Africa, the fighters have come under one umbrella and they are saying, well, enough is enough. I told you in the morning that it is only us who can do that. I heard him saying the ANC can't do that. The former ANC can do that. Not the ANC of this one. They will never do what we have done today. Hey, at 2 o'clock, you are told you are no longer getting buses. Before that, the taxi said to us, it's business as usual, leave our taxis alone. And then you still come the way you came in your numbers. When the state machinery, all of it, is declared on you. The soldiers, the police, the buses, everything that is sponsored by state, stay away from those people. They've got leprosy. You'll be affected. And they all stayed away. Only progressive bus owners and taxi owners who are fighters themselves said to us, we will bring our buses, we don't care what they are saying. So, you don't know what we go through. Every day, a senior counsel, like when I finish speaking here, a senior counsel is convened to sit down and analyze word for word what I said, and then tell them, if I can't be prosecuted on crimes against the state, just find something against him. Just find something against him. Every day, they meet from 6 until very late at night. They play my speeches word for word. Find something against him. We want to arrest him. The NPA is involved. The crime intelligence is involved. When you release the soldiers, military intelligence is involved. Against a just cause. Against people who are saying, corruption, we've had enough of you, get out of our house. They say this is the enemy. Why doesn't he want corruption? Now, the minister in the presidency says this is a regime change. The regime change means they are saying we want to do a coup d'etat. How can you do a coup d'etat when you announced this march on the 20th of January and say we're going to march on the 20th of March? You give them 2 months to prepare for you to come and do a coup d'etat. That's a stupid analysis. Because when you want to do a coup, you do a coup first and announce it after. You don't announce a coup before. They must go and ask General Olomisa how a coup is done. He wants to do a coup there in Transkei. He can educate them about a coup. You will never announce a coup. So that is a stupid analysis that was given by the Minister of Intelligence in the presidency because she's challenged. We're not involved in a coup d'etat. We're not involved in a regime change. We are involved in the protection of the Constitution. We are involved in the protection of our democracy. We are involved in exercising our own right. And no one can take away that right. Not Ramaphosa, not army generals. And we showed them today that no one can take away that right. So when you go home, don't give them a chance. Please conduct yourself in a disciplined manner back home. And tell everybody who's not here today but stayed at home that the EFF is very thankful of them. They listened to the message of the EFF, and 95% of business in South Africa today was closed. Now, the illiterate Secretary General of the ANC says this was a flop. You know what's going to happen? He must listen to the news at 7, an economic analyst that will tell him how much was lost today in South Africa. But he may still not comprehend because he's got a mind of a rat which can take so far and so much information. So we pardon him for his illiteracy. But he must know this has never been done nowhere in South Africa before. Today you wrote history and your names will appear in the books of history and your children will be very proud of you. Fighters never feel ashamed. Raise the red flag high. They thought we will respond to intimidation. We responded to the Constitution. So fighters, the bus coordinators will announce how we are going to move, and in that order we'll move back home, and the ground forces know what else should be done as we depart back to our bases. That's very, very important. We want to thank all the political parties that are here and their leadership and the cooperation that we have experienced everywhere. When the leadership was told, let's line up like this one, you are too many in front, this one, there was never an argument. We have cooperated so well because we knew that the enemy will enjoy out of our own division. The enemy is pained by seeing us holding hands together. It doesn't want that. It always thrives on divide and rule. And today we showed them that not only the ANC and its alliance can hold hands, we who are affected by problems of South Africa can always hold hands. This is just the beginning. Much more is still coming. Be ready, South Africa. Ramaphosa will fall. Amanda!
Away,
Amanda!
Away,
Viva EFF, viva!
Viva!
Puma Ramaphosa, Puma!
Puma!
Puma Ramaphosa, Puma! Amandla! Ngiyabonga. Thank you very much.
Well, that's a wrap of SA Today. Of course, the news do continue right here on the channel. Full View will continue with all the latest on the national shutdown. From me, Unati Pagyashe, and the rest of the team. Kamnandi.
Am I you are?